So here we are in the final stretches of the campaign, and it has become very obvious that there's some common values that we all hold. These can be summarized in these three words: trust, integrity, and personal liberties. I say trust because we have lost trust in our election system. This was dramatically broken with the passage of Act 77 by Cutler and Company in 2019. We need to repeal this act. Integrity is what we expect from our government. And the easiest way to restore this is to vote out the career politicians in our party. The establishment mindset is deep, and that is why I have pledged to not serve more than 10 years. This is not only a pledge to you, but this also makes a statement to Harrisburg that I will not walk their career plank. Thirdly, we want limited government. This is what gives us our personal liberties. I will also stand with you with things like property tax reform, defending the unborn, and keeping our Second Amendment rights, and all the other things on our constitutional list. But the first order of business is for you to join me in this growing grassroots movement to restore our party to the principles of liberty and the Constitution. Here in Southern Lancaster County, we are a community that has roots that are very deep. We have very conservative people. And as a business leader here in the community, I have seen firsthand how overreaching government regulations, high property taxes, have impacted our lives, and it's becoming more apparent during these years that every broken promise from the politician affects the next generation more. That is why we need to have a recalibration of thinking, or we need to change our minds and our hearts about what government looks like. We need to restore our country by beginning by our state, and then even in our own Republican Party, and restore this party to a party of the Constitution, a party that believes in liberty. Imagine a day in the future when our party would attract new members, where we would get independent voters voting with us in the general election. This could happen, but it needs to happen because we have a message that is clear. You know, John Quincy Adams left the presidency and he went back to the House of Representatives and argued for 17 years for abolition. This was not a popular argument. He spent the rest of his life doing this and never saw the fruit of that. But we had President Lincoln coming later, who was a student of Adams. This is the kind of leadership that we need. Even when you can't pass something, that you continue to preach its message. Limited government, personal liberties, the Constitution. This would change our party. Sometimes a message seems to have no hope of passage or no hope of a future. But if it's the right message, you preach it anyway. You teach it, you instill it, you give it every opportunity that it has. And when you stand on this, the next generation may pick it up. The change might not be in our lifetime, but change is crucial. We need to turn what we're doing now and go back to the ideas that made this country free the first time. If we remove this iron grip the establishment leadership has on our party and begin to promote liberty and pluralism, this will generate enthusiasm like we haven't seen in decades. Energy and enthusiasm cannot be bought, but they can be given, and it is contagious. So take up this fight with me right here in Southern Lancaster County. Let's fan the flames of freedom. I would be honored to have your vote on April 23rd.